Oftentimes, when someone benefits from you being perceived a certain way, often in a negative light, whether you're aware of it or not, or if they benefit from mistreating you, if and when you come to a time in your life where you decide that you are going to rise up and embody all of yourself and take back all of your power from whomever and wherever you have left it, given it away, where it's been stolen from you, however it left you, that you're going to return it to yourself. People who treated you the worst, people who, like I said, benefited from you being viewed in a negative light in order for them to come across in a positive light, they will fight to the death to keep you. Because the truth is this: healthy people will make inquiries. Right now, you seem distant. They will ask you, is there anything going on? And when you say no, they take your word for it, because they live in a world where they understand that not everything is personal, and that oftentimes what you believe is about you is not about you. And then they leave it a bit. And maybe they might come back a second time. And when they see that you are not forthcoming, they will simply leave you alone, because a healthy person recognizes that there are multiple reasons why perhaps you are being left alone. And however long it takes, they don't take it personally. Whether there is a return down the line or there's never a return, they simply don't take it personally, because even in their own existence, they're able to see the benefits, the reasons why it was good for you and them to be separate. Because they're always looking for growth, they're always looking for opportunities of growth. And so that's what they see. And this brings me to an important part of one of the ways in which people don't move forward. It's family. And I am not talking about a healthy family setup. I'm talking about an individual who is very aware, first of all, knows that we are here for love and we're here to be happy. And so when people do not treat us with kindness, with compassion, it's that knowing that I am not meant to stay in this just because someone is my family. We're living in a time where in the Christian Bible, it's that with regards to the second coming, they say that Christ returns and will separate sinners from non-sinners. And I know that in the Tsonga Bible, I just love the way it sounds, the phonetics of it. It says, Uta avanyisa lava hanyeke ni lava file. It means you will separate those who are living and those who are dead. And the whole an actual human being coming back, etc., etc. But really, what these times are about, it's about a separation of hate and love. It really is that simple. It's a separation of hate and love. And we're in a time where the collective consciousness is transforming. Whether you how aware of it you are, that is a whole other conversation. But we are in the process of transformation of the crossover. The new consciousness that we are elevating into, it's the gateway of unconditional love. What I mean by that is that there's this beautiful quote by Leo Bascaglia that says, you never grow, you never fall out of love with someone. You just grow deeper in love. And if you can fall out of love with someone, then you were never in love to begin with. And it's that idea of love being energy and all of us being energy. And I love it. I love it so much because it truly does capture this. And so think of it as now that falling deeper and deeper in love. And so finally, we are leaving this place where it's been love that needs, we must face our traumas and things. And that's what we're all doing, yes? We're leaving this. This is the final frontier, as it were, where we're healing ourselves, we're confronting all of ourselves, etc., etc. And so after this, we enter that space of unconditional love. And what that means is that we enter the consciousness that existed once upon a time where we were able to communicate telepathically, predominantly, where we are doing things energetically, where levitation is just how we move. It's just how we exist. And 100 years from this very moment, we'll be fully in this new womb. If anything, like a simple example, anything based on division, like politics, will fall away. I am sorry for those who enjoy politics, and it's an exciting space, but it has served its purpose. It has existed within the context that it was meant to exist, and it was all good and well once upon a time, and it was necessary. But there's no governing of people that's still needed. And so any hate and a division will fall away. So you will see that even with political parties across the world, if any political party is based on hate and division in any kind of way, they simply will stagnate, lose support, or eventually just fall away. But they will never ascend to a place of power because the consciousness has changed from all of that. And so what does this have to do with family? Well, just because someone is your family does not necessarily mean that they have been led by love. And so anyone being led by love is now seeking that love. And so whether it is your mother or your father or your sister, your brother, your auntie, your grandmother, your grandfather, whoever it may be that mistreated you, you have become constitutionally opposed to being mistreated, and it grows stronger and stronger every day. So you find yourself not allowing yourself to stay in certain friendships, in certain jobs, etc., etc. But also what is important is to remember that not every separation is because someone is bad and someone is good. It just simply means that for the next phase of your journey, those people cannot come along. Sometimes you're the one that has been training for the marathon for the past 2 years, and you may love your friend, but they cannot, it would be dangerous for them to even join you on that marathon. Let's say it's someone who parties a lot, smokes, blah, 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 blah. There are a lot of people who smoke into the marathon. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying there's been no training. There's been nothing. This person is unfit. They're unhealthy. You've been working out, but because you can't just leave them behind, you say, no, come with me on this to run this marathon, but they collapse a kilometer in, or they have a heart attack, or whatever it is, or they just don't make it because they have not been working towards it. And it's not that they cannot compete in a marathon. They can decide at that point to start training so that the next one, they're a part of it. And so now we're in this 100-year loop. And if anyone was consumed by hate, when the time to go back, however you view it, comes, and it's the simplest way I can put it is that they will simply remove themselves from the equation. It's time to let go. And sometimes, however much you might want to take others with us, we cannot.